Okay, we're talking about food again, but this time hopefully a little bit healthier food.
Yeah.
Even though we all love our cookies, right?
We love our cookies. We can't get enough of Sue's cookies right now. Okay, so do you meal prep or meal plan like normally?
I mean, to some degree, right? Like, I make sure I always have like some proteins and veggies on hand so that I have something to go to, right?
Yeah.
I prep a bunch of chicken for the week and then I can eat it, but not like this is in a Tupperware for this meal. I don't do it like that. What about you?
I am not that organized. No, normally I usually. Is that a thing? That's
fine.
a thing
It's
right
fine.
now.
Keep talking.
I plan out for the week, so I'll get my groceries and then I'll know what I'm making all week. But I don't like.
Are you doing it more now, like planning out
Yeah.
further so you don't have to go to the grocery as often?
Yeah.
I think it's such a great idea. And we're going to actually be joined right now by Gillean with Millennial Nutrition. She has great tips for us.
Yes, she's sharing her top advice for meal planning while stuck at home. So take a look.
Hi there, my name is Gillean Barkyoumb. I am a registered dietitian and the owner of Millennial Nutrition. And today we're talking about meal planning when you are in quarantine. So I don't know about you, but I have been making so many more meals at home for my family, with my girls home too. It just feels like we're constantly eating and cleaning up dishes. So I'm gonna give you a couple tips you can do so you can prepare for the week so you don't feel like you're just trying to throw meals together. One of my biggest tips is actually to follow a dinner formula. So this happens when those quick meals need to come up and you want to have some sort of preparation. If you have these 3 items on hand, you'll always be able to put a meal together. So those 3 items are a vegetable, a protein, and some sort of starch. And the way that I like to recommend is you actually make half of your plate the vegetables. So you could do salads. These are some roasted veggies. You could do even zoodles, which are really popular. Anything that's a vegetable, make that half of your plate. The other quarter of your plate you want to be some sort of starch. So you could do, or grain, like rice or pastas, even sweet potatoes or potatoes are a great option. And then the other quarter that you want is going to be a protein. So this I have a salmon, you could do a chicken. If you're plant-based, things like chickpeas or legumes are a great option. And that way you can always throw a balanced meal together if you have those 3 things. So if you're going to the store or ordering your groceries, make sure you order a couple different options for vegetables, a couple grain or starch options, and then follow up with some protein options too, and you can always pull it together. And if you want to have some sort of like flavor that throws them all together, do a sauce, do a marinara on it, or some seasonings too. If you want it to be Italian or Mexican, having those spices will really help you pull that meal together. So stick with that dinner formula, and that's going to help you plan those meals for the week. Another tip I always have is to plan out your week. So write it down, get out a piece of paper and write down what meals you're going to have. We know things come up, things adjust, but as long as you have that plan, you can always bump meals out to the next week if you still have those items in your fridge. So don't worry about that, but planning it out is going to help you feel more in charge when that time comes for dinner and the kids are running around and you need to have something on the table. You know what you're going to be making. Another great tip is to actually make sure that you have foods on hand for quick meals. So maybe you don't really have anything planned, but these are things that I always have. So I always have eggs in my fridge along with avocado. Great thing to do is breakfast for dinner if you are just, again, throwing stuff together. And you could do breakfast burritos, you could do egg sandwiches. So eggs and avocado I always have, and they're a great option to have for any meal. Also, bagged salads. So quick and easy, you could throw any protein on top or some beans, and you're going to have a balanced meal. So having those quick items on hand are going to be really, really key. So stick with that dinner formula. Write those meals out, have a plan, and then keep a couple things on hand because we know it gets crazy and you need to have some quick meals sometimes. For more tips on making healthy meals for your family, check out my website, millennialnutrition.com, and follow me on Instagram at Millennial Nutrition.